Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I don't know where Monday went. So, how's everybody doing? This Tough Love Tuesday is brought to you by the wonderful, darling Rhiannon Futch. She had posted a couple of memes on Facebook about this topic that made me think that, hey, you know what? We haven't talked about this. So I have linked her YouTube channel down below for those of you who are here live and coming in on the replay. You can go over and, maybe subscribe to her channel. She's got some good content. She does late night writing sprints, which is awesome. A little too late for me, but yeah. So today we're talking about how you have to become comfortable with being the villain in someone's story. It's like Betty White said, it's none of my business what other people think of me. She was a very smart woman. But this is linked to the whole people pleaser thing. And when you spend so much time and energy pleasing other people, it's to keep from being the villain in their story, okay? Pardon me. No matter what you do, some people are going to talk crap about you, okay? You can be the nicest person on the planet, and people are still going to talk crap about you. We have seen that inside of our own community, that you can be the most loving, giving person, and people are still going to have a problem with you, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. This is the thing. I know there's people out there that talk crap about me, and I don't care. I used to. I really used to. I spent a lot of time explaining myself and trying to, change people's minds about how they felt about me, especially when they were going on information somebody else gave them. I went through a lot of that when my ex-wife and I split, because, in all honesty, before she left the country, she spent her time trying to turn people against me. I did not rise to it. And it was really hard for me. My therapist at the time said to me, do not contact all of these people and tell your side of the story, because those who belong in your life won't believe her, and those who don't belong in your life will believe her. Only one person in my life believed her, and it was somebody that I could care less whether I didn't want them in my space anyway. And that kind of really set the foundation for me healing my people-pleasing tendencies, was when I kept my trap shut. Even when people came to me and said, she told me this, she said you did this, she said you did that. And I would just look at them and go, that's her story. Well, did you? I don't want to talk about it. Because I didn't want to talk about it. It was the last thing I wanted to talk about. I was trying to rebuild my life. I had to worry about not just one child, but two children who were being ripped apart. And I wasn't going to do that. And then I became very comfortable very quickly with being her villain. I just did not have the energy to be upset about it, because I had so little energy after 5 years of abuse that I had to be very careful where I spent my energy. And there was really only two places I could spend it: my job, because I had to keep a roof over our heads, and my child, to help him get through losing his stepsister. So you have to, I love that, Kay. Opinions are like butts. Everybody has one. And people's opinions, I mean, there are very few people on the planet that their opinion means there's people whose opinions mean something to me. Like you guys, your opinions of me do mean something to me. And don't take this the wrong way, but that's kind of on a surface level. Like, yeah, I care what you guys say about me. And if somebody here that's in my chat right now, if I found out they were talking crap about me behind my back, it would upset me for, a little while. There are very few people whose opinion of me I care for deep in my heart. That would actually, how you get that almost physical pain when somebody disappoints you that you care about deeply. I have learned not to allow, this is the wrong way of saying it. I was going to say to allow people that deep, but I believe people on their first blush. Like if somebody's being a jerk, then my brain says, okay, so you're a jerk and I don't want you in my space. But if people are nice, I absolutely will carry that until you prove me wrong, right? Oh no, you don't like me. Yeah, this is it. Thank you for sharing that with me, but I don't care. I love this community and I love everybody in it. And so far I have been lucky enough that I haven't had to face that kind of crap like some of us have, where, you've got people that are literally have giant internet chats talking about you being something you're not. Excuse me. And you have to be okay with that. Because if you're not, you waste so much freaking energy. And this is what I learned when my marriage ended, was that I couldn't afford to waste the energy. I didn't have the energy to give to defending myself with what the people who were important to me knew as lies. They knew because they weren't blind. They saw what was going on. And they were the ones who lifted and supported me through my recovery. That one person who believed the lies, I wouldn't know him now if I knocked him down in the street. I haven't seen him in 15 years, and I don't even know where he lives anymore, and I don't care. Because he chose to believe the lies. Therefore, he proved to me that he wasn't as nice a person as I originally thought that he was. And therefore, he doesn't get to be in my little rainbow-colored bubble. Right? So be okay with being the villain. They always say that you should not take advice from people. How does that saying go? Does anybody know how that saying goes? Because I just drew a complete blank. It's like, I wouldn't lay down for somebody that wouldn't cross the street for me, And most of the people, I would say all of the people who would make you the villain in their story are not people that you need in your life, right? So why waste the energy? It comes back to the people pleasing. We are taught that everybody should like us. We're taught everybody should like us. Why? Why should everybody like us? What does it matter if everybody likes us? All you need is for the people in your bubble to like you, and those people shouldn't just like you, they should love you. So why do you care about what the people outside of your bubble are saying about you? Okay, there are times when you have to care. Like if somebody is looking to trash your reputation, your business, things that could fundamentally harm your income, your family, whatever. But that's what lawyers are for, right? That's what lawyers are for. But that's not what social media is for. Now, we all know what happened last week, and that's it right there. If you go in to an argument or you go up against somebody who's saying these things about you and you get heated and you get angry, you have the ability to do damage to yourself, your family, your business, your income, all of that. So why put yourself in a position to allow emotions to get out of control and potentially harm yourself rebutting something that does not matter? It doesn't matter unless it can hurt you or your family. And again, shut your mouth, call your lawyer. No, not everybody has a lawyer, but most lawyers will give you their time for the first hour for free. And every lawyer I've ever met will tell you to stay off of social media, right? That's kind, yeah, never take criticism from someone you wouldn't ask for advice, right? Unfortunately, that doesn't work for people pleasers, right? It doesn't work for people pleasers. But that's part of this journey that we're here together for, is to stop with the people pleasing, because it ripples out. It ripples out. And the shoreline is the I don't give a crap button that, gets hit. So really be cognizant of when somebody says something about you, something negative, instead of reacting, reflect. Okay. First thing is, where are you feeling it in your body? If you're feeling it in your chest, chances are it's anxiety. And that is completely linked to people pleasing. If you're feeling it in your gut, it's probably anger, which is also linked to people pleasing, because you've worked hard to make that person like you, and now they're saying nasty things, and how dare they, and la, 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 right? You can just be who you're supposed to be. Dr. Seuss, as much as I don't agree with a lot, it stands on a lot of the things that he stood for. Those that don't mind are the ones who matter. Those who don't mind matter. Those who matter don't. No, those. Oh God, you guys, my quotes are all screwed today. But you know the quote that I'm talking about, that Dr. Seuss quote. Live by it. Live by it. I know somebody's going to pop up and tell me what that actual quote is. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Live by it, because it is a huge step to stopping the whole people pleasing thing, because that's what all of this boils down to. And in my opinion, as someone who, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Thank you, Kay. As someone who has worked in the mental health field, my opinion is that 90% of the problems that we have, that we spend our energy on, that we shouldn't, that we create for ourselves, things like self-sabotage and this sort of thing, comes from being taught to be a people pleaser. And that comes in many forms. That comes from narcissistic parents. That comes from parents who weren't there for you emotionally. That comes from teachers who told you to stop reaching for the stars and stand in a line and be quiet. Spouses or significant others who tried to make you play small. It all boils down to people pleasing. And it is the number one issue at the heart of everything. I know I've gone to therapy for, that I'm still going to therapy for. I still have anxiety. Yeah, I don't give a crap. In my heart, I don't give a crap. But in my gut, I'm so mad. I'm so mad that I spent most of my life giving a crap, right? So it still boils down to the people pleasing, right? I really want you guys to take this in hand. This is it, Jess. And you all know how I feel about therapy. I have a therapy appointment tomorrow. I can't wait to see him. I love my therapist. Take it in hand. Take it in hand. Really concentrate. Catch yourself. It's that inner work, and it sucks. Oh, God, it sucks. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it because it's hard. It's hard. So hard. But we have to do it. We have to do it, right? So catch yourself when you want to reflect, not react. Keep that in mind. Reflect, not react. Somebody said you hear about somebody saying something nasty about you because chances are they're not going to say it to your face. People are cowards. Let's admit it. People are cowards. They're not going to say it to your face. They're going to say it behind your back. They're going to tell a friend in hopes deep down that it will get to you, that they'll tell you. And then, they still get their, and then they think that they can get their reaction. Don't give them that. Don't give them the pleasure of having a reaction out of you. Reflect. Don't react. Where are you feeling it in your body? Is it anxiety? Is it anger? Is it disappointment? And then you really need to dig deep and figure out why the hell you care so much. Maybe you thought that person was your friend. Okay, they're not. Next. I know it's not that easy. I know it's not that easy, you guys. I'm not saying that you should just be able to do it like that. But if they're not somebody who is in your bubble, they weren't that good of a friend to begin with. They really weren't. Your bubble is sacred. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. I don't know if I've told you guys about a friend of mine in the town that I lived in who I met just after the breakup with my ex-wife, who I believe that if she had not come into my life when she did, I would not have recovered as quickly as I did. And this woman is the most cheerful person. She embodies cheer. She has a little iridescent bubble, man, I tell ya. And everybody that it touches gets happy. But nothing from the outside touches her. I don't know how she does it. If Linda, my love, if you happen to stumble across this video, you're an inspiration. This woman would sing and be happy with a smile on her face while cleaning a litter box. I'm telling you right now, you want to be like her. She got a job at McDonald's after years of taking care of children. She loved that job so much because she chose to love it that everybody that comes in contact with her in that restaurant leaves with a smile on their face because she does not care. She is comfortable with being the villain in somebody's story because people think that they call her naive and all of this sort of thing. And she's not. But it doesn't matter to her because they're not in her bubble. And I'm telling you, yes, Jess. Yes, Jess. We are so glad that you're here. And we're so glad that you found us when you needed us the most. This is it. The universe will place people at the peripheral of your bubble when you need them the most. When you need them the most, absolutely. They will show up standing around the outside of your bubble just waiting to help, like Linda did with me. And she spent a lot of time inside my bubble, you know? So I really want you guys to work on this because it's all about that healing from being a people pleaser. It's all about it. So I invite you to be catching yourself when you hear somebody say something negative about you and reflect, don't react. If you're having trouble with this, if you want to talk, reach out to me. Y'all know how to get a hold of me. And you know that I'm so okay with talking to you guys about this kind of stuff. So please, please find somebody to talk to. If you have a therapist, if you have access to therapy, do it, even if you don't think there's anything wrong. Because it's stuff like this that doesn't always affect our day to day. But when it happens, it feels like the world is collapsing on top of us because we have not dealt with it. So, again, reflect, don't react. All right. You guys, I love you to bits. I am really looking forward to this weekend for the writing retreat over on my other channel, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 11 a.m. I will see you guys there. I have an announcement coming on Friday morning during my sprints. So, and for those of you coming in on the replay, I love you guys to death. I love you guys to death. Feel free to drop comments down below and let me know how you're doing, okay? I will see y'all next Tuesday. Love you to bits.